Colombia and Mexico, they manipulated Lima, the bankers and crooks, and caused the crisis. Don't let the corporate tell you any different.
No education cuts! No education cuts!
No what? No education cuts!
I was trying to get my colleague, but never
Education is a right.
Stand and fight.
Education is our right.
People, stand and fight.
Education is our right.
People, stand and fight.
Fight, fight, fight back. Fight, fight, fight back. We say fight back.
When they say cut back,
We say fight back.
Fight back.
fight back. No more.
It's a combined thing covered through.
Education costs.
People, stand and fight.
Lifelong learning is our right.
Lifelong learning.
Is a right.
We'll be going across the road and giving out this letter to David Cameron to make clear to him that we will not stand by when they implement a 24% cut in adult education. Let me just spell out, just in case you don't know what that means. A 24% cut in adult education will lead to 400,000 student places disappearing. That's on top of the 1 million that have disappeared since 2010. When you think about the AOC says 109 lecturers posts for every single college, that's 300 colleges in this country, since 2010 have gone, thousands of jobs. And when you think about those figures, and you think out some more, you think about there are 15% of 16 to 64-year-olds in this country have no qualifications whatsoever. there's just under 1 million 16 to 24-year-olds without work, education and training. It's a national scandal that you're sacking lecturers and you're closing courses whilst you've got those kinds of figures here. And that's why we're here, to make sure that doesn't happen. But let me also just say this. There's been a fantastic sense of unity against this. The employers, the AOC, the 157 group, you say who? Yes, the 157 group, those proud bunch, are all standing united with us today, and it's important we stay united. We stay as one. And we welcome that unity. It's undoubtedly made us a much stronger force that we unite together. Last week, over 500 students and lecturers, MPs, principals turned up in that parliament and demonstrated and lobbied their MPs. It was brilliant. But I tell you now, I want to put on record, we want unity. But I tell you what, if I shake hands with somebody and I have love unity, I don't then to get a smack in the mouth through redundancies. You're either with us or you're the willing executioners of this government. We don't, if you're with us, you don't sack us. In my college, they've already started to make redundancies. And I know this week a number of UCU reps will be called in to every college management who says, well, we don't like it, it's horrible, but guess who's going to pay? You are, and the students are. We're not going to do it. We will fight for every job, every student place with all our might. That's what we pledge today. Stay united and we can win. But if you don't, we will still keep fighting. Brilliant today. Let me finish by saying this. This is just the second stage of this campaign. On the 25th of April, we have called a national demonstration. We've got a march on Parliament this time. You've had the leaflets. Get everybody there, your families, your friends, your uncles, your aunties, anybody you could possibly think of. Get them on that demonstration on the 25th of April. Have a great holiday, chill out, relax, do all the wonderful things you need to do, but then come back fired up to say, not one job, not one student place, unite and fight. Solidarity.
That kind of opportunity will lead to, it's not unfair, you know, and we will leave the college and try to find a rubbish job, such as cleaning, for the rest of our life. So me and my colleague and I, we think that is not unfair. And today we're going to show them that we are not happy and we strongly disagree with them, and they have to think about our future. Thanks.
And I'd like to bring you congratulations and best wishes and solidarity from London teachers, in particularly at Islington NUT, where we've got a sizable delegation here with our banner tonight. Make no mistake about it, tonight you're on the front line of the struggle to defend everything that's decent in society. When I talk about everything that's decent, I'm not talking about the two creeps who live in 10 Downing Street, the rich kids who were born with silver spoons in their mouths and are now trying to take the bread out of our mouths and take our education and our opportunities away from us. I feel very strongly about adult education as someone who left school at 16 with a few O-levels, but was able to go back and use further education colleges and part-time courses, and end up going to university. So that now I'm a teacher, and this is what you're fighting now represents everything that we should all be fighting for: a defence of public services, a defence of the welfare state, a defence of the livelihoods of ordinary working class people against the rich and the fat cats who caused the crisis that we are now suffering as a result of. It was the bankers through their greed and their gambling who brought down the international economy. But who's paying for it? It's not the bankers are still getting their bonuses, they're still getting their tax cuts by George Osborne, and we're getting adult education cut, we're getting people thrown out of their homes because of the bedroom tax, we're having education savage, welfare services savage, and we've got to fight back against it. I'll just conclude now. I remember coming out alongside our colleagues and brothers and sisters and comrades in the UCU and other public sector unions in 2011. It was fantastic to walk down this road with NUT banners, UCU banners, Unison banners, and we shook the government. The trouble is that our leaders didn't follow through with it. And what I want to see is that unity and solidarity that Sean was talking about, rebuilt and accelerated so that we can whether we have a Labour government or a Conservative government or whatever government we have after, mate, and I don't trust Labour on past experience to be a whole lot better than they were last time. What we need to do is to stay together as working class people, organise together and fight back.
No education cuts! No ifs! No buts! No education cuts! No ifs! No buts! No education cuts!
No ifs, no buts, no education cuts. 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 No ifs, no buts, no education
Thank you,
cuts.
Andy. I'd like to say congratulations to everybody who's here this evening. This is a fantastic demo. Last Wednesday I went on a fantastic demo too. It was the lobby of the House of Commons. We had about 500 people there. I think we could say we did really well with that event too. We had one room booked in the House of Commons. It wasn't enough. We had to have 2 committee rooms. Everybody had to give their speeches twice because we couldn't get everybody into the one room. It was really great. It's a really good beginning. This is a really important demo too. But let me just tell you one thing about last Wednesday's demo. There were some handmade slogans there, some handmade signs, which I think are always really powerful. One of them just said, no ESOL, no future, no life. You know, for some people, access to education is what makes the difference between having a good quality life or not, between getting a job or not, between being able to fit into a new society or not. We're here tonight because we believe education is a universal human right, not a privilege. We're here because we believe that the doors of learning should be open to everybody, not slammed in people's faces. Now we're facing really savage, really dreadful education cuts. Now what do the people want who are making these cuts? Do they want a society where we have an educated minority and the rest of us are deprived of education? Well, what are they going to do with us then? It's not like there are a lot of jobs available without qualifications. So we really must defend education. So it's really important we're all here tonight. It's really important we're handing in the petition. And can I appeal to everybody to come on the next demonstration too and keep up the campaign. So I hope to see you all again on the demonstration on the 25th of April. Thank you.
I'm an ESOL teacher too at Lambeth College, so I'm very pleased to introduce our next speaker, which is Walid Fatah. He's an ESOL student at Westminster Kingsway College.
Hi everybody. I remember first when I entered Britain, I couldn't speak English and I was lost at that time. I decided to speak English. I went to study English. Now I speak English. I can integrate in the community. I can speak with Israel. I can communicate with everybody now here. And I want to say to Mr. Cameron, look to me. I can integrate very easily here in Britain. Please. Please stop the cutting. Please. Thank you, brother.
Nice to see so many people here. Brilliant. Yeah, I just want to talk for a couple of minutes about what's happening at our college, where we have been told that we're going to be facing a 25% cut to our staffing budget between now and July. That's a £7 million cut. It could be 175 redundancies. It's absolutely savage. It's a disgrace. We are fighting back. We are getting together within the trade union movement inside the college. We've also formed a community campaign from people in the local area to try and build support within the community for what's going on. Yesterday we had a demonstration outside our college, a very well attended one, where people from the community came and demonstrated against the cuts, whilst the governing body were going to come in, we suspect, to talk about such things. We really need as much help as we possibly can, and there will be information going out on the UCU list about everything that's happening at our place. if anyone's got any pen or paper around, okay, the email is savelscollege@gmail.com. Please send us an email if you want. And on the 25th of April, when we're all out demonstrating on the national demo, there will be a feeder march going from our Waterloo campus, starting at 11:30. So if you want to come and join the South London Feeder March, please come and join us on the 25th of April. Thank you very much. Solidarity.
Adult learning has a really important role to play in encouraging active citizenship. I'm not just talking about what people learn about specifically, but how that learning makes them feel. Going along to college means meeting people, discussing what's going on in the world, boosting your belief in what you can do. It's that self-belief that leads people to get involved with their communities and become more active citizens. Given that my vision for the country is for all of us to get involved and play our part in national renewal, I believe adult learning and the way it inspires people is crucially important. We know that adult learning doesn't just help people find work, it can also have benefits for people's health and even for reducing crime. Who said that? David Cameron said that 4 years ago, just before the election. If he thinks it's crucial, then why is he pushing through these cuts now?
He's a hypocrite.
That's not part of the quiz. Rhetorical question. Okay, our next speaker.
At Westminster College, we're in dispute at the moment with our management. We've got a new principal who's come in and brought new contracts in. They cut our holidays by 3 weeks, additional teaching hours, and there are going to be more cuts and redundancies to come. So we're on strike on Friday, so it'd be really good if you could send us messages of support to Greenwich Community College. Thank you.
When they say cut back, we say fight back. When they say cut back,
We say fight back!
cut back,
Fight back!
cut back,
Fight back!
cut back.
Fight back!
Just rushed back off a train from Manchester, got an early train to be here tonight. Thank you for you all being here. This is vital, absolutely vital. Like, we listen to this government talking about how many different careers we're going to have in our lifetimes, how much later we're going to have to retire. Sorry, how are we going to get between these different careers if we don't have adult education? It just doesn't make any sense. There's no logic. It doesn't add up in their own rhetoric, in their own economic rhetoric. This cut does not add up. This is a tipping point for FE. It's a tipping point for adult skills, and we have to stop it. We have to stop it. Now, we've got, I think, maybe about 24,000 signatures on the petition tonight, something like that. We've got more members than that in FE. We need more signatures on the petition. We need every single student signing that petition. That is the only way we're going to stop this. We need a big turnout. We need a big turnout at the demonstration on the 25th of April, and we need to keep pushing this with all the candidates from every party, and we need to keep pushing it with the MPs. We've got the early day motion. Keep sending in those emails. Go to the website. We've got a website for all of the organisations now. It's fefunding.org.uk. Go there. It's really simple. You can write a letter to your MP. You can write a letter to the candidates. You can do all of that really simply using the tools on the website. Anybody can do it. Get on there and do it. Of course, one failing, you might need a bit of ESOL training. So we're in support of ESOL as well. So you can use that website. So look, thanks for turning up tonight. We've got to win this one. It's as simple as that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not going to go on and on and on. So I just want to say greetings and solidarity from City and Islington Branch Unison. Because it's not just teaching staff that are going to be cut back, there's also business support staff, whether they be admin people, technicians, cleaning staff, catering staff, you know, all the support staff. We're all in the same boat. Management don't care who they cut back, it's just to save the pennies and then give themselves bigger bonuses. You know, they're always getting big bonuses, and I think recently, because we're now all a corporation now, we're all corporates, we're not places of education, you know, it's not about leading things out of students and people and making their lives better, it's a corporate attitude. And if you've noticed, someone mentioned earlier that a new principal had come into that college. They're bringing new people in. The people that they're bringing in are not from education. They're not educationalists. They don't care about students. They don't care about their staff. All they care about is business and accounts. That's all they see. They're looking at their books, they can see the figures, they can't see the people behind those figures. It has become a different world altogether, and people like this government are supporting it. It's a global thing, and I think we have to join in solidarity. We have to fight in any way we can to keep the ethos of what further education, adult education, is about.
Hello. I've made my way down here carrying this banner because our college has just closed its ceramics department. Okay. They made a decision in January to close it at Easter with the loss of all jobs. Okay, because they think things like ceramics are leisure courses. Okay, we demonstrated quite extensively to them that a lot of people on our courses actually go on and develop a career selling ceramics, becoming teachers of ceramics and teachers of other arts courses. Okay, we also showed how they could increase the funding that's coming in for ceramics. Incidentally, you may not know this yet, but the people who make Strictly Come Dancing and the British Bake Off have a new programme about to come out later this year called Britain's Best Potter, okay, which is going to make ceramics go through the roof. Everybody's want to go to learn how to make pots. Okay? You may have seen Johnny Vegas on the BBC Get Creative campaign, making a teapot in 60 seconds. Okay. We had a petition, we had 4,000 signatures on there. Lots of people, including Grayson Perry and other famous ceramicists and other artists and educationists, talking about the benefits of doing courses like this for people's well-being, as well as their entrepreneurship and the skills that they learn. There's lots of embedded English and math skills in learning ceramics. Okay? But the college didn't listen to us, and they're still going to close the ceramics department. One of our ceramics students is going to be shortlisted to be on this programme later in the year. Okay? So that's just the first step in our college. They've now started attacking other departments in the college. Okay? And all these bits are valuable to the work that we do. I've been 32 years in adult education, and I'm used to courses like this, working in places that have a variety of different types of courses, not just courses that provide quick qualification to get people into what are perceived to be the job vacancies. Okay, so we need to fight for all the courses that are happening in adult education. We need to broaden adult education, not narrow it with all these, so they fill these vacant job slots. Okay, so let's keep fighting to defend all of adult education, lifelong learning for everybody.
Hi everyone, great to see everyone out tonight. I'm glad we could all make it and we can make a bit of noise. When I heard about the 24% cut, an image sprung into my mind and I can't get it out of my head. I've got this image of a brain, and the brain is cut by 24%. And that's what they're doing to us. That's what they're doing to the education of this country. But it's worse than that, isn't it? Because they're not cutting schools, are they? They're not even cutting university, despite all the terrible things that happened to university in the past. What they're doing is they're picking on the most vulnerable, the most invisible part of our communities, and they're cutting that. They're cutting education right in the middle, and they're cutting it out bit by bit. And what they're doing is they're saying to us, yeah, we have 6 equality strands, which most of you probably know. We've got the equality strand of age. Oh yes, guess what? FE cuts affect people who are older. We've got the equality strand of race and religion. And most of our students are not of the main race and religion of this country, and yet they're being cut. We've got sexuality. Well, we know 1 in 4 people at least have a different sexuality to the rest. We've all got different sexualities. They're cutting there as well. People are hidden, people are invisible. Those are the kind of people they're cutting. They're cutting people. We've got an equality strand of disability. We have a large number of students who access our college because their disabilities have made it impossible elsewhere. And we support those students. Those are the kind of people we're cutting. And we're offering education. And education has been talked about a lot today in terms of jobs. Jobs are so important. I love my job. I'm a teacher at the college. And I'm grateful that I've got a job that fulfills my potential. I want that for everybody, every person in this country, not just people who can go to university, not just kids who can go to school. I want that for every person. And as somebody said, our careers are changing. If our careers change, we need the education. And jobs are really important in education, but that's not all what education is about. Education, as we all know, as teachers and students here, is about so much more than just jobs. It's more than money. It's about the conversations that go on in our classrooms. What are we talking about in our classrooms? What are we doing in our classrooms? What's happening to people's brains, that brain they're trying to cut? Those brains are growing. Those brains are developing. They're thinking about new ideas and new ways to be, new ways to integrate, new ways to join hands together and to be a better country and a better world. And that's what they want to cut. So suddenly my image has changed. They're not just cutting our brains. They're not just cutting 24% of our brain and more until it's all gone. They're cutting our hearts. And that's what this government is doing. They're taking the largest group of education people, the largest group of people in education. They're starting with our brains, but they're going down to our hearts. We have to fight with both our brains and hearts not to let this happen today. Keep up the fight.
Okay, my students. Okay, well maybe we'll finish there then, because I think it's been a fantastic turnout. It's a cold night. But this is not the end of this campaign. As the speakers have said before, we have to continue the fight. What can you do now? Sign the petition, circulate the petition. We have 24,000 signatures, which is fantastic, but we need it to get up to about 100,000. So please circulate the petition, make sure you're writing to your MP, you can get students to write to their MPs, and then finally make sure that you're all on the demo on the 25th of April. It's a Saturday. So hopefully we'll see you all there, and keep up the fight. Thank you. No ifs, no buts, no education cuts. No ifs, no buts, no education cuts. No ifs, no buts.